Good morning from the homesteading grandparents. Today is a great day. What makes today any different than any other great day, Paul Phil? Well, I'm glad you asked. Today we get to break out the woodworking tools. How awesome is that? The mom and pop relocated to our area here a little less than a year ago. And they're still organizing, reorganizing their belongings. And Pop needs a little bit of help organizing some of his tools and items for his garage. So we're going to build a set of lower and upper cabinets to help him out with that. You see, I've already got the base cut out here for the lower set of cabinets. And I've got the plywood here that we're going to rip down, and that'll be the top for it. So let's get started, because if I keep on talking, we won't get completed. We're going to rip down the plywood for our top for the base. You can see that we have a straight edge. I like using some sort of a straight edge. Make sure I get a good straight cut. Got it on, ready to go. And you can see the plywood. What we're seeing here is the back side. When you're using a circle saw to cut plywood, you always put your good face down and run your saw across the back side. That way the blade pulls upwards and the front side doesn't splinter as bad. Alright, so let's make this cut, get our frame put together, get the top on, and we'll be ready to roll. Okay, so we have our base cut and assembled, nailed and screwed together. We have our two sides ripped to width and cut to length. And then we need to cut in a dado and one rabbet. You can see we've got the dado marked there, and we got the rabbet here on the end where the top is going to fit. And there's our base marked out where it fits. And in order to cut our dado and our rabbet, we're going to use a radial arm saw that's got a dado stack in it. Now there's some history with this saw. My grandfather and my uncle used this saw, I know, back in the 70s, if not the 60s. That's 1970, 1960, not 1870, 1860. But I acquired this, and I have been using it, and it's a wonderful tool to cut dados. So let's cut a dado. Okay, things are starting to come together, starting to look a little bit like a base cabinet. We got our rabbet, our dados cut in our side pieces. We're ready to attach the side piece to the base, and we're going to take the top and the shelf, get them fixed in place, and after we get that done, then we're going to come in and start putting our stiles and our rails on. So let's attach this one to the base. Okay, we'll repeat this on the other side, then we'll be ready for our shelf and our top. Okay, sometimes you just got to have help. My best helper, my best friend in life, solicited her help, and here she is to help me. So we're going to attach the top here. Got it, Nan? Got it. We'll go flush with the front side there. Right, looking good. Don't run off. We got that shelf we need to put in too. Think you can help me do that? Let's give it a whirl. Hopefully I got enough rope here. Okay. Yeah, right side up. That looks good. That's what we want up. Slide. Oh my goodness. Yeah, bump yours on in. Let me come back. Okay, now come in where you're. There you go. Mine. There you go. You're. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. That gum looks like it was made to go like that. Tell you, as Pop would say, you don't have to be good when you're lucky. Thank you. All right, so now we're ready to put on a few stiles and rails. Get to use another one of our family heirlooms, our table saw. So I'll take you out there and we'll set up and rip down some stiles and get those bad boys in place. Okay, while we're doing the stiles and the rails, I'm going to show you a little trick that one of my uncles taught me a few years back. So this is the face of the rail, and I went to the miter saw and cut a 1 degree angle back that way. Okay, face, 1 degree angle back. So to get this a good tight fit, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this to the back side, pull it up here close, shove that in around and line it up real good. There, and then we're going to come in here, we're going to mark it with a sharp pencil. Okay, so now you got a mark here. We're going to take that to the miter saw and we'll cut that 1 degree angle on that side, and I'll show you how good of a fit it is. It'll be a good, nice, tight fit. It's hard to see the seam. Okay, see how nice and snug that fits? Go in, it's nice and snug. Press it a little bit. Even if you have to squeeze it a little bit. Look, A little bit of sanding. Be good to go. Thanks, Uncle Sam, for that little tip. Okay, so here we have the bottom set ready to be transported over to Pop's place, finished out, sanded, painted, and then installed. I think there's a couple of things that are worth noting here. That had these cabinets been built for inside the home, such as kitchen cabinets or utility room type cabinets, the rails that the grain would on these rails would have been running vertical instead of horizontal to match the styles. But for the sake of cost materials, we just ripped up the material and it's a horizontal grain. But again, that would in kitchen cabinets we would put that grain vertical. And here on the top, the face of these cabinets, we would have let the top of the cabinet run on over the stiles and the rails and covered that up, or the finished top. The finished top in most cases, Corian or granite or whatever, covers that up. And then here on the ends, right here on the end, you see how we brought the side and the face together. Normally what we do is we will 45 those two edges and bring them to a point out on the end. But again, this is just utility cabinets out in the garage, so that's going to work fine. The other thing you'll notice is there's no toe space, no kick space. And Pop did not want any kick space under these cabinets, which again in the house normally we would have a little toe space or a kick space there. Here on the back side, that's a pretty good span across there, 7 feet. So we've installed some support bars or some supports underneath those shelving and that top, and we'll anchor that support to the wall, and that'll be nice and sturdy once that it's installed. Now the top set of cabinets, what I think he wanted to do was we're going to come in here and put a 12 or 16 inch top cabinet and just set it right down on top of this bottom set. And so you'll have a little 8 inch, 12 inch space out here that will be exposed. But the top set will rest right on here and then go all the way up to the ceiling. So that's the bottom set. Like I say, installed or not installed, fabricated. And I don't know if I mentioned the screen mold. We're going to put a little bit of screen mold right here on the face of these cabinets, so it'll be a nice finished edge. We'll put that inside there, and that'll be a nice finished edge in there. But they'll look real nice once they're installed. Next stop, Pop's.